Hi, I'm Sarah Hewen and you're watching the Market Bulletin, where we bring you the key finance headlines from Australia and around the globe. It's been a choppy but ultimately positive week for global equities. The Nasdaq gained ground, up 0.5%, as tech stocks rebounded on easing rate expectations and solid earnings reports. The S&P 500 flirted with fresh record highs but held steady, while the Dow Jones fell slightly, down 0.2%. Back home, the ASX 200 posted modest gains, up 0.4%, as strength in gold and energy stocks offset weakness in tech and consumer staples. Checking in on commodities, and gold continues to hold firm, trading around $3,350 an ounce, buoyed by safe haven demand, falling bond yields and central bank buying. HSBC and Goldman Sachs both upgraded their outlooks for gold recently, forecasting prices could reach $4,000 in the coming 12 to 18 months. Elsewhere, the rare earth sector saw a renewed burst of momentum, following news that the US government will take a significant stake in MP Materials, the country's only active rare earths miner, which this week secured a partnership with Apple from 2027. The move sparked speculation of further Western support for critical mineral supply chains and helped push several ASX-listed rare earth explorers higher. This was highlighted by Metallium Limited, trading under the ticker MTM, which rose over 40% after making significant strides in its US-based metals recovery operations. The rare earth space is certainly a sector to watch closely. Globally, the spotlight this week was on US inflation and interest rates. Inflation ticked higher in the US last month as tariffs began to ripple through the economy. The latest CPI figures released Tuesday show consumer prices rose 0.3% in June, lifting the annual rate to 2.7%, the highest since February and above the Fed's 2% target. President Donald Trump quickly seized on the report to demand action, but Chair Jerome Powell isn't blinking. The Fed continues to hold firm, saying the economy remains strong enough to withstand current settings, despite Trump's call for his resignation. Markets are now eyeing the September meeting as the next potential turning point, with futures pricing in a 25 basis point cut. Locally, Australia's unemployment rate ticked up to 4.3% in June, the highest it's been since 2021, adding pressure on the Reserve Bank to cut interest rates. The RBA last week surprised economists by holding rates steady at 3.85%, but traders had this morning almost fully priced in a cut at the next meeting. Finally, today's small cap mover of the week is West Coast Silver, whose shares have surged over 30% after releasing spectacular shallow silver intercepts in early drilling at the Elizabeth Hill Silver Project. The standout intercept was highlighted by 21 metres at 1,047 grams per tonne silver from 10 metres, including 1 metre at 15,071 grams per tonne silver from 27 metres. That's it for this week's Market Bulletin. For more news, interviews and analysis, head over to themarketbull.com.au to keep up to date. We'll see you next week.